Hey everyone, I'm going to quickly give you a snapshot on what we know so far as for the Canadian Firewall. First of all, as you know, because of the delays, people staying at home and the cancellation of different events and gatherings, we have voted to delay Winnipeg because we might not be allowed to gather July 1st. Winnipeg will be delayed. The Battle for Canada Winnipeg will happen at a later time. We really feel that it's of the Lord for us to kick up a 24/7 prayer room, house of prayer for the nation, to see revival come, godly government emerge, and the ending of travesties like abortion in our nation, to see the harvest come in. So I want to quickly go over with you what we know so far. The Canadian Firewall, what we're going to do is actually have an app. You will have an app available to you sometime in June, and we'll teach you and teach the nation how to use it. You'll get prayer alerts. You'll be able to go through your app right on to the 24/7 prayer room at any time. And of course, if you're one of the 168 watchmen taking on 1 hour per week, you'll have access anytime at an admin level to go on there. Your mic will be on, your voice, you'll see your face. Everyone else who says, no, I'm not interested in leading an hour per week, you'll still have a gallery view. You'll be able to see who's on there praying of the different regions at different times, and you'll be able to post your questions and prayer requests in the chat. Absolutely 24/7. We have a big task ahead of us. A 24/7 Zoom room, the Firewall. We're building a wall. We're asking God to light the fire and us to keep it lit. And I'm going to say this. This is what I'm asking Canada to partner with us on. 1 hour. 1 year. We're going to do this for 1 year. Yes, we're looking for you, if you're a watchman, to take 1 hour per week for 1 year. That's 52 weeks, 52 hours in the next year, doing 1 hour per week. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. The Canadian Firewall will have 3 main focuses that we touch every time. The ending of abortion, godly government, revival in Canada, revival, reformation. 3 pillars: the ending of abortion, godly government, and revival in Canada. There will be 8 divisions within the nation: British Columbia, Alberta. I'll just tell you right now that we've got some leaders already, division leaders in place, that they will be responsible for their province, their division. British Columbia, Bill Olson is over BC. Jane Jones for Alberta. We're still waiting on confirmation of Saskatchewan. We have Vicenza Enns from Manitoba. Vicenza Enns. And Shirley Hildebrand's helping her gather some watchmen there. We have Pauline Wilcox leading the Ontario division. We do not have a Quebec leader yet. There's someone that's potentially, I won't say who, until we have confirmation about the Atlantic, looking after the Atlantic, the Maritimes. And then we have someone who's potentially thinking of taking on the North, which being Nunavut, Yukon, Northwest Territories. And we might have a helper for that person. And what we need to do is, out of the 8 divisions, is we need to identify 21 watchmen per, say, British Columbia. So Bill Olson will need 21. If all things were equal, and there were 8 divisions in Canada, divided by 168 hours in a week, that's 21. So Bill Olson would need 21 watchmen of British Columbia alone. 21 watchmen in each division, approximately. Now, what we're asking for is each watchman, I'm going to go to this line, each watchman is to have 2, minimum, 2 others with him or her. That's a minimum. You can have 12 plus. You can have 12 if you want. You know what? And in fact, if you're a pastor, or you know of a church, or you have a church, and you want to take 1 hour, and you say, you know what, we're from Ontario, we'll, put us in touch with Pauline Wilcox. We'll take over 1 hour per week for the year. So it could be a church, but minimum we need 3 people. Why? This is a Zoom room. So Canada's going to come on at any time. I want to join different hours, go see. So I want to see who's on that prayer hour. And we need at least 3 pictures, 3 people's faces on the Zoom room call. If we go on there and it's just you and it's just your face, it's not, we want at least 3. So 4, 5, 6, 10 is even better. All right. So if there's 8 leaders per, there's 21 watchmen in each division. You can have your church take an hour. You and a few friends minimum. Sign up. And by the way, I'm going to say this a couple times. Well, I'm going to say this right now. If you're interested in being a watchman, go to info@Canadian Firewall, CanadianFirewall.ca. There it is, info@CanadianFirewall.ca. If you have some questions, we will send you a form. It's just to say who you are and where you live, to be able to put you in with the correct division leader. Okay, so info@Canadian Firewall. You'll be responsible. If you sign us up as a watchman, you're responsible for simply 1 hour. The form is clear. It says, hey, what's my 3 favorite hours? It's like, if you can't have your favorite hour, maybe there's 2 other options that you just have to look at the form. And could you stay awake for an hour? Could you, I don't know, maybe turn off Netflix or do something or whatever. We're asking Canada for this time. This is a very dark hour. And I felt the Lord say, you've got until 1:53/2020 to get this together. Get this right, and Canada has been. It's just incredible. So I want to just encourage you to join in, to not miss out, to serve the kingdom of God in the coming harvest. The Canadian Firewall builder. Now, last thing, we're building an app. We're having staff oversee this. The app and it's probably going to be $50,000 per year to run this. Upwards, maybe we can do it, cheaper, but there's going to be people who like Casey Broust and Colleen Handcar out of Edmonton. They're going to be in charge of the 8 divisions. We have Fatine and Gene Watchrich and Kirk Smith. They're our consultants. They're helping us figure this out. We have Laverne and Perry Cundart, and they're building the app, and they're working with an app company out of the States, and we have a whole website. It's going to be very technological. We want it to be pro. It's going to cost money. If you're interested in being a watchman, would you also consider helping us be a builder? Now, what we have, I'm going to be really quick about this, but I want to give you an opportunity to sow into the Firewall. This 24/7 prayer room that's going to, and by the way, this app that we have for the Canadian Firewall, this app right there, where is it? Right there. That app that's going to be available for your phone and for your iPad, we're going to send you alerts if there's something special. And we're saying, jump on our prayer room right now, because government's trying to seize power, or someone that we know in ministry just got into an accident and we need to light it up. But back to to be a builder. I'm encouraging every watchman to not only take an hour, but to become, to sign up $7 a month. It says in Nehemiah chapter 7, verse 1. Nehemiah 7, after they built the wall, they hung the gates, and they appointed the Levites, the priests, the singers, the gatekeepers. Nehemiah 7. So what I want to challenge all Canadians when you hear this. Would you go on the battleforcanada.com page, battleforcanada.com or battleforcanada.ca. Up at the top right, it says Canadian Firewall. It's also down on the front page. Now, what I've got there is there's 4 options. 2 are of the same, and 2 are others of the same. A $7 option to be a watchman. Say, I want to be a watchman. I want to give $7 a month. That's the price of 2 coffees. Or a $25 a month option if you're a trumpeter. You can read it yourself. But also, Nehemiah built the wall in 52 days. If you would give a one-time gift of $52 to help us launch this, that's a stone setter. You know, it says Nehemiah got all the families together and they set stones in 52 days. Would you be a stone setter and help us build this? Or Canada 153 is when we're going to launch this. Canada's 153rd birthday, July 1st, 2020. What I want to encourage you to do is, would you be a brick builder with us and build the wall? You can go to battleforcanada.com to see that. But you can email us at info at canadianfirewall.ca, info@canadianfirewall.ca. Or worst case scenario, that doesn't work, you can email me at crazymatey@gmail.com. Bless you guys. This is basically an impossible task to get this done in 2 months with all the tech and all of the working calendar from coast to coast with 168 plus, plus their friends. It's like 500 to 1,000 intercessors we're bringing together to help build this. Also, all the money that we raised to build the wall, we're going to take 10% and tithe it to the Life Wall, the Justice Wall of 18, to the ending of abortion, because she's launching as well a 24/7 house of prayer. Just amazing. So anyway, watchmen arise. All right, God bless you guys.